So in this video I'm going to be talking about my top 7 supplements that I would take for optimal health, exercise performance and just other things that would optimize your life, improving your mood, reducing inflammation, many different health benefits that I'll get into when I show each different supplement. So I think first and foremost I'm going to go with some whey protein. Now listen, there's countless brands out there. At the minute I'm using this diet whey protein without a green tea, just because I find it's great tasting. It's quite low carb. At the minute I'm experimenting with the ketogenic diet, which is a low carb diet, and obviously want to keep my carbohydrates low. So whey protein is a great way of getting protein if you maybe struggle with eating large amounts of protein from food, or if you're in a rush and you don't have time to make a dinner with real protein sources such as like fish, chicken, and you want to save time and you want to be convenient, you can quickly just make a shake and get on with your day. Like if you have work or something like that and you just need to get calories in quickly or get protein in quickly, protein shake takes like a minute to make. So it's really just the convenience of it. I mean, I would say, me personally, I would get most of my protein from food, and I don't really feel I need the protein shake or the protein powder. However, I would say it's like an insurance policy in the sense of, like, if I am busy in a given day and I don't have the time to sit down, plan my meals, make my meals and get my protein from whole food animal sources, or if you're plant-based sources, of course, but it's convenient. That's the key. It's very easy to use and convenient. So second supplement I would recommend would be creatine, and creatine is probably one of the most well-researched supplements known to man. It has many different benefits, ranging from increasing your time to exhaustion, increasing your body's ability to use ATP, which is part of your creatine phosphate system. That, I suppose to simply put it, would be, it helps whenever you feel like you're about to train to failure. If you hadn't taken the creatine, you mightn't have been able to bust out those extra 1 or 2 reps. Creatine helps you train harder, train for longer, increases your work capacity and your ability to squeeze out those extra 1 or 2 reps and delay the time to exhaustion, just by providing your body with ATP, which is a source of energy for your body to use when you're working out. It's safe. You've probably heard some myths around it that people used to think it was like steroids, but it's really not. It's one of the most well researched supplements known to man. It is completely safe and is a very, very potent performance enhancing tool. That's why it's put into a lot of pre-workout supplements, because it's such an effective tool for increasing exercise performance. So the third supplement, which is also related to exercise performance, would be caffeine. Now, I would say if there is one thing in this life that I am potentially addicted to, that is caffeine. But the reason why I use it nearly every day is because it is an extremely productive and constructive drug, and like I could probably get a lot of work done without it, but I feel if I take it, it does enhance my performance when it comes to many different domains of my life, whether it be sitting down to write up an essay for university or any sort of cognitive or mental task I need to engage in. It does help give me focus and concentration, and then also when I'm training or in the gym, it does undoubtedly increase your energy levels, your focus, your concentration when it comes to lifting or doing any sort of exercise. And it is also very well researched. It's probably one of the most well researched supplements known to man, and it has been proven to, like creatine, enhance your work capacity, delay your time to exhaustion, increase things like your overall energy, and spur glycogen as well, which is the glucose that is stored in your muscles. So there's many different benefits to caffeine, and it is a very potent performance enhancer when it comes to training, or even if you just want to like sit down and focus on schoolwork or university work. So the fourth supplement I would take and recommend would be a probiotic. And if you don't know what a probiotic is, it's essentially a supplement that contains many different forms of good bacteria. And what you want for your optimum gut bacteria is a diverse range of bacteria. So what you want to be looking for is how much bacteria is on the label. If there's many different strains of it, then that's probably the best. Listen, the gut is like your second brain. 95% of your serotonin is made in your gut. People can develop depression and anxiety if they don't look after their gut. That is the importance of the gut. And people just think, like your gut, you don't have to look after that. It looks after itself, or it's not important. You need to understand there's more microorganisms living in your gut than there are cells in your body, and you have countless cells. We're talking billions of cells in your body. So these little organisms undoubtedly have an effect on people, and without you even thinking about it, they can definitely create things like anxiety and depression. And if you don't believe me, listen, you can go and you can research this yourself. There is research to prove it. So if you want to optimize your well-being, your mood, stop things like anxiety and depression from potentially manifesting, which that's something that's in your control. If you look after your diet and your training, those are variables you can control to help stack the odds in your favour of living an optimal life and preventing yourself from getting things like depression and anxiety. So gut health is very important. It'll make you feel good as well after you eat meals. If you've got good bacteria, they'll help you digest and process the food, and you'll just feel so much better. I feel since I've looked after my gut more and ate fermented foods as well that feeds the good bacteria, like healthy yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi, things that feed the good bacteria, my overall mood feels so much better, my digestion feels so much better. So I can't recommend enough a good probiotic, and also feed the good bacteria with the foods I just mentioned. So the next supplement I would recommend would be green tea. And green tea has many health benefits, and it's a good thing to take as well to balance out caffeine intake, because it contains amino acid called L-theanine, which if anybody takes caffeine and they experience a wee bit of jitteriness or nervousness, the amino acid in the green tea can balance that out and actually stop you from feeling a wee bit nervous and jittery. So it's a good thing to pair with caffeine. And I would take green tea in the form of powder, or I would take it as actual tea, like a tea bag. And there's many different health benefits as well. It can reduce inflammation, can improve your concentration, your focus, your cognitive capabilities. Those are just but a few. It improves your heart health, protects your brain, is an antioxidant, so many different health benefits to it. So the next supplement, which has many of the same benefits of green tea, would be turmeric. Now, many people watching this video might actually recognize turmeric as a spice that you would put on food and things like that, and you can use that as well. You don't be afraid to put it on a bit of salad, or use it as a dressing or spice for any sort of meal you create. I would mix it with my protein shake, and don't get me wrong, it can be a wee bit raw and a bit too intense maybe for some people to mix it with a protein shake, but that's just how I like to take it. So it has many different health benefits as well. I think the real big health benefit is that it reduces inflammation throughout your body, and inflammation can be one of the biggest factors behind developing chronic disease and illness, whether it be cancer, heart disease, autoimmune conditions like psoriasis, things like that. If you have autoimmune conditions, honestly, if you take something like turmeric every day, I think that would, there is research that will indicate to you that actually can benefit your autoimmune condition. I'm not saying it'll cure your condition, but it will certainly help. And since adding it to my staple of supplements, I have felt exponentially a lot better, and felt like my inflammation levels have decreased, and I feel that I'm getting the benefit from it, increased energy and things like that. So the final supplement in my top 7 supplements is essential amino acids. Now, many people watching this video, if they are into their supplements, probably have heard of branched chain amino acids. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with taking branched chain amino acids. However, essential amino acids would be the more optimum choice to take, because essential amino acids, as the name implies, are amino acids that your body cannot produce on its own. You can only produce them either by supplementing them or by getting them from your diet through eating things like meat. The non-essential amino acids, which are obviously amino acids that your body can produce itself. So if you just concentrate on getting your essential aminos in, especially when it comes to building muscle, for anybody out there, getting amino acids can be one of the driving forces behind increasing muscle protein synthesis and really enhancing your muscle growth and your recovery from exercise as well. And I would take essential aminos before a train as well as after train, because it can be another great source of energy to use for your workouts. So don't go for the BCAAs, go for the essential aminos. They're a lot more, they're really what all you need. And also with the problem with the BCAAs is that they can spike your insulin levels and your blood sugar levels a wee bit too much, which is just unnecessary, and you don't really want that. So that is my top 7 supplements for optimal health and exercise performance. So thank you for watching the video, and I appreciate it. Love you all.